Welcome back to Chaos in the Old World. We're about to begin round 4. So this will be the first half. We will do everything up to the battle phase. All right, so let's get going. We of course, the first thing we do is the Old World phase, which is draw an Old World card and see what happens. So let's do that right now. All right, so the beginning of turn 4, Old World card phase, and we have Witch Hunters. So we're going to do the immediate text, which is place 1 hero token in each of Bretonia, Estalia, and the Empire. So out come the hero tokens. They're out for blood, apparently. So let's go ahead. We're going to place 3 hero tokens. Again, Bretonia, Estalia, and the Empire. Alright, so we're supposed to place 3 hero tokens, 1 here in Estalia, but Estalia is ruined, and when a region is ruined, you no longer place tokens in there, so that's not going to happen. Bretonia, however, is not ruined, and so it is going to get a hero token. So now it has a noble and a hero and 2 warp stones, and the last one was the Empire. Right up here, and it gets a hero token. So it now has a hero and a noble. Alright, that's the Old World card phase. Now we're into the draw phase. And us, as Zinch, we have 2 cards in our hand. So we're going to be drawing 3 cards, because we draw up to 5 cards every turn. And the other 3 gods are going to be drawing 2 cards each. So let's go ahead and draw cards and see what we get. Alright, so I've drawn 2 cards for Khorne, 2 for Nurgle, 2 for Slaanesh, added them to their hands, and I picked 3 cards off the top of our Zinch deck. And let's have a look and see what we get. And so what we have is we have Changer of Ways, and the text effects on all other Chaos cards in this region are cancelled. So that's pretty good. We have Temporal Stasis again. It says the cost for opponents to summon figures to this region and play Chaos cards in this region is increased by 2. Extremely nasty, of course. And the last card we drew is if you kill 1 or more figures in battle in this region this round, you may choose to not discard this card at the end of phase, leaving it in place for the next turn. Alright, so we're adding that to Dazzle. During the corruption phase, 1 cultist in this region belonging to each of your opponents does not add corruption. And 0, when you play this card, choose 1 of your figures, and they cannot be killed in a battle. So those are the 5 cards we now have. Alright, so we're going right now into the summoning phase. I'm going to zoom down. Oh, and I've added the tokens on the board appropriately. Khorne has Power of Blood, so he has 8. Nurgle is at 6. We have 7 because we have Power of Magic, and Slaanesh has 6 power points. So let's get to the summoning phase, starting with Khorne. Alright, so Khorne's going to start off by spending 2 power points and bringing in, yes, a Bloodletter. Let's go to the board and do that. Alright, Khorne's going to bring a Bloodletter into the Empire. Alright, we are now over to Nurgle. Alright, Nurgle's going to spend 2 power points, and they're going to play a card. And the card they're going to play, let's hope it focuses, is a Great Foul Consumption. Okay. At the end of the corruption phase, after corruption tokens have been placed, but before checking for ruination, remove all your figures from this region. Place a corruption token here for every 2 units removed this way. Alright, let's go to the board and place that card. Alright, and Nurgle is going to play that in Kislev. So that's a good place. He has a lot of units there. They're all going to come off the board at the end of the corruption phase, letting him reuse them somewhere else. Alright, over to us, Zinch. Okay, so as Zinch, we're going to spend 0 power, and we're going to play a 0 power card. And we're going to play Changer of Ways. It says the text effects of all other Chaos cards in this region are cancelled. And we're going to go to the board and play that. Yes, we're going to make a major enemy of Nurgle. Yes, as Zinch, we need to mess with the other players, and I'm messing with Nurgle up here. So we're cancelling the text effect on the card he just played, which is going to annoy him, I am sure. And now it is over to Slaanesh. Alright, so Slaanesh is also going to play a 0 power card. And they're going to play this one, and it is Perverse Infiltration. And it says, place 1 corruption token in this region when you play this card. This does not give you Dial Advancement token. So this doesn't count towards the placing of corruption in a zone. Alright, let's go to the board and see where he is going to place that. Alright, not too surprising. He's going to place that in the Empire, and then he's going to add a corruption token. There's now 3 in the Empire. Over to Khorne. All right, Khorne going to spend 2 corruption, or 2 power points, and they're going to play a card, and they're going to play Reborn in Blood. And I'm not sure that's going to focus, but it's basically during the battle phase, conduct an additional battle in this region. All right, let's go to the board, place a card. Yes, Khorne's going to make sure he gets his licks in over here in the Empire. He's going to be able to battle twice. And now we're over to Nurgle. All right, so Nurgle going to spend 1 power point, and they're going to bring in a warrior. Let's go to the board and place a warrior. All right, Nurgle, not wanting to be left out in the Empire, is bringing in a Plague Bearer warrior into that area. All right, over to Tzeentch. All right, as Tzeentch, we're going to spend 1 power point, and we're going to move a cultist on the board to an adjacent region. So let's go move a cultist. All right, since this area is completely ruined, we're going to move one of our cultists from the ruined Estalia over to Tilia. All right, over to Slaanesh. All right, Slaanesh going to spend 1 power point, and they're going to summon a cultist onto the board. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, Slaanesh, realizing that Kislev is about to explode into ruination, is going to bring in one of their cultists into that area to be part of the action. All right, over to Khorne. Khorne, all about the slaughter, spending 2 power points, bringing in a Bloodletter. Let's go to the board and place it. And yes, Khorne going to bring his Bloodletter up into Kislev. And it's a valid move this time because he has a Bloodletter in the Empire. All right, over to Nurgle. Okay, Nurgle is going to spend 1 power point, and he's going to bring a cultist onto the board. Let's go to the board and add a cultist. All right, Nurgle's going to add a cultist over here in the Empire. All right. And that's Nurgle, and now back to us, Tzeentch. All right, as Tzeentch, we're going to play a 0 power card, so we're not going to use any power points. And we're going to play Warp Shield, and it's basically you play this card in a region. You can choose one of your figures. That figure cannot be targeted in a battle this round. So let's go to the board and place the Warp Shield. All right, and we're going to place the Warp Shield in Bretonia. We're going to put our 1 cultist on it. He cannot be targeted now in any battles. Okay, over to Slaanesh. All right, Slaanesh going to spend 1 power point. They're going to summon their last cultist to the board. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, Slaanesh is going to bring their last cultist down here to the Border Princes. All right, back to Khorne. He has 2 power points left. All right, Khorne going to spend 1 power point. They're going to bring one of their cultists onto the board. Let's go and place that. All right, Khorne joining the party up here in Kislev brings a cultist into the board. All right, over to Nurgle, who also has 2 power points. All right, Nurgle spending 1 power point, bringing their last cultist onto the board. Let's go and place that one. And Nurgle has decided to place his last cultist that he has onto the Empire. All right, let's now go over to us, Tzeentch. We still have 6 power points left. All right, we're going to spend 1 power point, and we're going to move one of our cultists on the board. So let's go and do that. And yeah, we're going to move another cultist from the ruined Estalia over to Tilia. So now we have 3 cultists in Tilia, and we still have 4 units sitting in ruined Estalia. All right. Over to Slaanesh. All right, Slaanesh spending no power points. They're going to play a 0 power point card, and it is Abyssal Pact. And it says, enemy figures in this region contribute nothing to your opponent's domination values during the domination phase. All right, let's go to the board and place that for Slaanesh. All right, as Tzeentch, I am not impressed. They're going to play Abyssal Pact here in Tilia, which means these figures of Tzeentch, of mine, are not going to contribute to domination value. Nasty. Over to Khorne, who has 1 power point left. All right, so Khorne's going to spend his last power point to bring in his last cultist onto the board. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, Khorne, as his last play, is bringing another cultist up here at Kislev. Okay, Khorne's out of the summoning phase. He is at 0. Over to Nurgle. Nurgle has 1 power point left. All right, Nurgle's going to spend their last power point, and they're going to bring in a Plague Bearer warrior. Let's go to the board and place that. All right, Nurgle is actually going to place the Plague Bearer warrior into the Border Princes. Little surprise attack there against Slaanesh. And that's it for Nurgle. They can do nothing else. Over to Tzeentch. We have 5 power points left. All right, we're going to spend 2 corruption. We're going to move one of our horrors, the warriors, on the board from one region to another. Let's go to the board and do that. We're going to move one of our horrors, which is here, into Tilia. All right, that's it for us. Over to Slaanesh. So Tzeentch and Slaanesh, the only ones with power points left. Over now to Slaanesh. All right, Slanesh going to spend 1 power point, and they're going to play a card, and they're playing Insidious Lies. And the Insidious Lies card says, for each noble token and hero token in this region, add 2 to your domination value here. So let's go ahead, place that on the board. All right, so Slanesh is going to go ahead and play that in the Border Princes, and there is a noble token there, so that was a good play. Back to Zinch. All right, we are going to play a card that is worth 2 power points. We are going to play Dazzle. And Dazzle says, during the corruption phase, 1 cultist in this region belonging to each of your opponents does not count for corruption token placement. All right, let's go to the board, place that. All right, and so we're messing with corn because why not? So we're going to play that in Bretonia. Okay. And that's it for us. Over now again to Slanesh. All right, Slanesh is going to spend 2 power points. They're going to bring their last warrior onto the board, a demonette. Let's go and place it. All right, so Slanesh is going to place the demonette here in the Border Princes to try and possibly deal with Nurgle's Plaguebearer. All right, over to Zinch. We have 1 power point. All right, and with our final power point, we are going to move a cultist on the board from one region to another. Let's go to the board and we continue the exodus out of the destroyed Estalia. We're going to move 1 more cultist down here into Tilia. We're now out of power points, and it's over to Slanesh. They have 1 power point left. All right, Slanesh spending their last power point to play a card, and they are playing Dark Influence. It says, move a peasant, hero, or noble token from this region to any other region when you play this card. So let's go to the board and play the last PowerPoint card for Slanesh. All right, so Slanesh is going to play the card here in Tilia, and they're going to take this peasant, and they're going to shift him over to the Border Princes next door. Okay, and that's it for the summoning phase. I'll just zoom out, and that's going to be the end of round 4. The first half. Okay, it looks like the scene of destruction is set. It looks like Kislev is going to explode into ruination. And I think that's the only place coming up that is going to happen. Lots of different card effects are going to take place next time. And of course, next time, the end of round 4 is going to be starting with the battle. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the conclusion of round 4 of Chaos in the Old World. Thanks for watching.